I've learned from a very young age to pretend that I like stuff, to pretend that I'm happy, to pretend that I don't like stuff that I do, to appear like everything is okay. I'll get it done. And it caught up with me, and I think it always does for people. I'm now struggling with BPD. I don't know how long I've been, probably forever. So it's an agonizing condition, curable. Thank God. And I've been in therapy for years now. And I am so relieved and so proud of myself. I've made it so far. And I still make mistakes. But it is like an 8-year process of curing, of treatment and healing in order to cure it. I am witnessing a lot of people be upset with, and disclaimer, I'm not diagnosing Chappell Roan with BPD. I'm saying that there's a connection to the way that people are treating Chappell Roan for showing her discomfort or showing her unamusedness, her disdain, and I fucking love that she does it. I love that she can be uncomfortable comfortably in front of people and protect herself and be honest. I had to learn how to be honest. I had to learn how to be honest with myself. I lied to myself for years, for most of my life. And to see her sit there and I love it. I love that she can do that without hurting people. She hasn't hurt one person by being herself. And that shows that I can do the same. And to be like, fuck the paparazzi is the best way to be. Because fuck them. Fuck them.
Hey, what's up, world? It's your homegirl, Ivy, Katie, whatever you want to call me. Just talk to me nice. And welcome back to another segment of Inside the Rawrrzone, where we talk culture, real life, and everything in between. This Inside the Rawrrzone segment was powered by BPD Beautiful, your number one source for borderline personality disorder resources, information, worksheets, and more. Shout out to the owner, Sarah Rose, who recently put out Sadie's favorite, that's helping not only the BPD community as a whole, but it's being used by different doctors and psychologists in order to help their patients. So please, if you can, just follow them everywhere at BPD Beautiful. As you just saw, and today's conversation is going to be a real one. I recently come out last year telling the world I had borderline personality disorder. So when Doja Cat defended people with borderline personality disorder and in defense of Chappell Roan, this was no other better time than to really talk about mental health accountability and why awareness for this disease matters. So recently, after the Grammys, Doja Cat opened up about being diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, also known as BPD. And this came up when she was defending Chappell Roan, who also faced public criticism and online presence. Now, let's really be clear. This isn't gossip. In the video clip, when Doja Cat talks about BPD, she's not making excuses. She's giving content. Because people with BPD often experience intense emotional reactions, fear of abandonment, rapid mood shifts, impulsive responses. So when fans are on the internet and see somebody crash out, whether it's me or a celebrity, They don't know what the internal battle is behind it. And that's why her defending Chappell Roan matters. In the video, Doja Cat made what she's doing so relatable because no one knows what someone's dealing with behind the scenes. She said it, and someone with BPD, I can sympathize that this is something I most likely had my whole life and I didn't even know. And a lot of the relationships I had and a lot of the people I've hurt. And I'm not perfect, but I do regret a lot of it. She said, like, I didn't know who I was for so long because of this disease that I hurt people not knowing who I was. And defending Chappell Roan, who's living her life unapologetically, she's leading the healing for those with borderline personality disorder. Now let's get to the facts, right, guys? Around 1.4% of adults in the United States live with BPD. That's roughly 4 million people. Nearly 75% of them cases that are diagnosed are of women. Up to 70% of people with BPD will attempt to self-harm at some point of their life, and about 10% will die by suicide if untreated. So let's really let that sink in. While you call somebody like me or somebody that's highly emotional that they have mood swings or attitude problems, or if you're dating someone and you're looking at them taking your reaction to something too hard and you think it's extreme, it's really not, because in their mind it's running 100 miles an hour. They're thinking they hurt you on a deep level. No one understands how serious this mental health condition is, and it requires a lot of understanding and support. But really, here's the problem with what today's culture is. We love to celebrate artists when they're entertaining us, but the second they show real emotion, you label them as crazy, difficult, problematic, or instead of asking, what are you going through, try to figure out the disconnect. You're not. You're sitting there, you're playing with yourself, you're talking wild crap, and you make other people have different perceptions of that person without really taking the time to get to know them. So when Doja defends Chappell Roan, it's bigger than one artist bigging up another. It's somebody saying that mental health is real. So stop weaponizing it, because a lot of artists and creatives are navigating fame, pressure, identity, trauma, and millions of opinions daily. And that's a lot for everyone, let alone somebody being diagnosed with BPD. If you know somebody who was either diagnosed with BPD, has untreated BPD, they think they might have BPD, go to resources like bpdbeautiful.com. BPD is treatable. With therapy like dialectical behavioral therapy, many people learn to regulate their emotions, build healthy relationships, manage their triggers. That way, the awareness part is not about labeling them. It's about helping them. But at the end of the day, a conversation like this needed to come out, because the more we talk about normalizing mental health, the less people feel like they have to suffer in silence. So really, let's get a round of applause for Doja Cat for speaking up. Thank you, Doja Cat, for using your platform to bring awareness even in the middle of a controversy. Guys, let me know what you thought of this segment. Do we give enough artists grace when it comes to mental health? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and make sure you tapped into Welcome to the Rawrrzone every Monday and Thursday, either 8 or 9, depending what time we get home from Area 51. But we are streaming on YouTube, our website, www.rawrzoneny.com, and all podcast platforms. And remember, I am your homegirl, Ivy. And remember, it is okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to stay silent about it. Stay real, get raw. Happy birthday, welcome to the Rawrrzone.